What would I do? What do I want you to do, guys? I want you to select this option right here that says lowest cost and just leave it like that. Because when you select lowest cost, Facebook works on getting you the lowest cost and the most amount of conversions. So that is the easiest way to go about it. Use their power to get you results. In this short lesson, we're gonna go over just basics on the dynamic ads. It is a whole objective, so it's a very deep subject and it's freaking amazing. It's one of my favorite things to run on Facebook because you are retargeting people that are visiting your website already. You have already established a relationship with these guys. Dynamic ads. Let's define the word dynamic. By definition, something dynamic is something that has a lot of energy and motion and movement, and it just continuously is set in motion. A dynamic ad is basically an ad that you don't have to adjust. That is what we call an evergreen ad. It's based on what's happening on your site. It's based on activities on your website, or it's just you're allowing Facebook to automatically update that particular ad. So let's go over this particular scenario so you guys can have an idea on how this works and why it is so powerful. When I tell you this is one of my favorite campaigns, I tell you this because it's one of the highest producing campaigns. I can always guarantee that no matter what I run, the dynamic ads are going to be performing generally better than everything else. Why? Again, because we're talking about people that are already in a relationship with your brand and are visiting your site. So what do you need in order to accomplish that? Well, let's go to one of my sites right here. I'm in the shop right here. This is just my own e-commerce shop of one of the brands that I handle. This one right here is has a pixel. Well, let's look at it right here. Let's just confirm that. Well, if I select this button right here, I can say that it does have a pixel. Page view, search, microdata, it's all in there. Perfect. Okay, so now we are looking at this shop right here. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna, let's go ahead and look at this coconut oil. And let's open it up. And I'm gonna open it up for a second and let's see what happens with the pixel. The pixel says that now we have, view content. So Facebook is confirming, and they got a fire that Manuel Suarez, me, in this case, I am the user, is looking at that product. Let's say that I'm gonna go ahead and now let's look at the instructions. I'm gonna go ahead and add English instructions, and I'm gonna go ahead and add this item to cart. Wow, look at that, it's updated, and now it's in the cart. I have it right here. Let me look at the cart for a second. Well, I can see that the item is in the cart. Now let's see what the pixel says. Subscriber button click, page view, microdata. When I selected this button right here, it says add to cart option. So whenever I add an item, the add to cart option fires. Now check this out. This happens more often than you can ever imagine. From the traffic that you send to a website, a lot of people add items to their cart and they don't finish the checkout. Actually, a big percentage of them never complete the checkouts. This doesn't mean that your website is not good. It simply means that it's actually the industry. That's how it works. A lot of people actually go in there and they add to cart and they don't complete. A smaller percentage go in there, add to cart, and complete the purchase. So what you're trying to do is, since you already established a relationship, you want to continue communicating with these guys away from the actual website. So you can start bringing them back in there to complete their purchase. And you can use tools to bring them back in. And let me show you an example of how that works. How to add a product catalog to your actual Shopify store. This can be added to any store, no matter what it is. Shopify, you have an open cart, Magento, you have any of the other leading stores that you can actually build shops on. You can have a product catalog, meaning your products are already being uploaded on Facebook. So now Facebook knows that I added the item, the coconut oil, to my cart, but didn't complete my purchase. So what I want to do is I want to start setting up campaigns. As simple as this, guys. We're going to cover this later on more in detail, but I wanted to give you a basics on it because I want you to move on to the next module, understanding every single one of the objects. So I'm going to go ahead and select the option that says catalog sales right here. If we see what Facebook says right here, they say create ads that automatically show items from your catalog based on your target audience. Let's check this out. We're going to select this option right here, and let's choose one of the existing product catalogs that I have. We're going to look at this one, relaxing products. Okay, great. And we're going to go to continue right here. And as you can see right here, check out all the different options that I get. I can actually retarget all of the products. If I open up this menu, it's all of the products, and look at how the options come up right here. You see this? We have 26 different products on this catalog. So now I can retarget all of the products. I can create a subset of products. I can create a set of products like a package, whatever I want. This just opens up this whole world of retargeting through your actual products. So right here, let's go ahead and retarget all products because he's somebody interested in the brand Relax Slim. He was at my store. He was looking around. So I'm gonna use the entire catalog to retarget this person. And as you can see right here, there's an option that says view or added to cart, but not purchased. Now, wow, what does this mean? It says promote products from all products to people who viewed or added those products to cart in the last, whatever I decide. I could be the last 14 days. I can say I want to retarget people that visited and added to cart but not purchased in the last 30 days. I can say 180 days. If you take a look at this, once we go past 100, it doesn't let me do that. Okay, so the limit to retargeting people on Facebook is 180 days. Somebody that has visited your store in the last 6 months and viewed product but did not purchase, you can actually retarget them on Facebook. Now, I wouldn't go ahead and do only 180 days. Why? Because a lot of these guys went ahead and bought other products. They're not your customers anymore. They don't even remember you. They actually went and saw your store 5 months ago and they bounced right off and they don't know who you really are. So my experience has been with retargeting that when you work on closer days, for example, 14 days, even 7 days, 21 days, 28 days, that's where you get the most results. Because somebody goes and sees your product, and then 14 days later, or maybe 7 days later, or maybe 2 days later, they actually get retargeted with a message like, hey, thank you for visiting my store. Let me show you how simple this is. Let's say that we leave it at 14 days. Now, you can see right here, there's many different options. Like I said earlier, this whole world of dynamic ads is really massive, guys. If you look at the options right here, you can see that one of them is viewed or added to cart but not purchased. Another one is added to cart but not purchased. So let's say, for example, that I want to go in the direction of this one. Not only viewed or added to cart, but I want to go to added to cart only. That's an option in the last 14 days. Another one is upsell products. Somebody bought a product and I want to upsell them on something more. Maybe they want to, it's a consumer goods package, meaning that they actually have to rebuy it again. Well, maybe I want to upsell them on a free pack, on a 6-pack, get them into a subscription or something, whatever it is. Or maybe I want to upsell a more expensive product or service or whatever it is. So you do this through upselling. Cross-selling basically presents your brand to them. If they bought one product, it will talk about other products on your actual line. So now you have this ability to generate more sales. If you have a good brand, you can keep in mind that mostly those people are going to buy more stuff from you because your brand is good. So if you have a good brand, you can use cross-selling to sell other products on your brand. That way you can keep bringing people back in because you know they're happy. So it's kind of your responsibility to bring them back in and give them something that is of quality, of value to them. Custom combination right here, you can do a combination of people that have purchased but not purchased in the last 60 days or whatever it is that you want to come up with. Again, it's all about testing. I have one of the campaigns that at one point, at any given day, I'm running over 100 different campaigns on the subject of dynamic ads. Over 100 combinations, guys. Now, in that particular example, I really don't have a limit as to how much I spend on Facebook because I know that I'm usually profitable. When you're usually profitable, you go all out, especially as you get more and more volume on your own websites. This gets more and more important because now you want to not waste that traffic. It's almost like, think about it. It's almost like having an email list. Why? Because Facebook is giving you the data as to who was on your shop, how long they spent on the shop, what they add to cart, what have they purchased, when was the last time they visited you, how much time have they spent on your shop. You have all that data in there. So it's like you have a relationship. It's like almost an extension of your central file. You can continue the conversation off of your site. Really powerful stuff, guys. So let's go ahead and do a quick example here on somebody that added to cart but not purchased. So if I select this option, I don't even have to go very ninja on the targeting. I don't have to select ages because it's somebody that added to cart and didn't purchase. But if you want to go ninja, you can. If you want to go more of a target audience, you can try that. Again, what is the keyword here? Testing. You're going to find out what works for you and what doesn't work. That's what is going to determine whether you want to do something that works or you do something that actually doesn't work. It's all about testing. So for example, here, optimization for ad delivery, I usually want to go for conversions. Why? Because what I'm trying to accomplish is actually sales. I don't want people to just land on my page. I want them to actually convert. So in the optimization for ad delivery, you usually want to optimize for conversions. If you look at it, even Facebook is recommending it to you. They're going to actually want you to optimize for conversions because now they can have the data and work towards getting you the most conversions at the lowest cost. Okay, good. So for example, here, what is the event type? Well, we want to do the purchase. That's what we wanted to do at the lowest cost possible. Another thing that you can do right here is that you can set a bid cap. Okay, well, I don't want to pay more than $10 per purchase. That's something that you can do. What is your target cost? You can actually go ahead and say like, my target cost is $25 per purchase, or maybe $3 per purchase. And that way you give them the data so they can actually get you the right amount of people. What would I do? What do I want you to do, guys? I want you to select this option right here that says lowest cost and just leave it like that. Because when you select lowest cost, Facebook works on getting you the lowest cost and the most amount of conversions. So that is the easiest way to go about it. Use their power to get you results. Okay, so let's go ahead and hit continue right here. And now you have two options for retargeting ads. Let's go ahead and change the page to the one that we're actually using over here. Natural Slim USA, and let's leave that page right here. As you can see right here, you can do the targeting on Facebook or Instagram. The dynamic ads work on both platforms. Pretty cool, right? Even if somebody doesn't log in into Facebook ever, you can still communicate with them on Instagram. Chances are that if somebody doesn't use Facebook, they use Instagram. Would you agree? Chances are they don't use Instagram, usually they use Facebook. So now you have both platforms in one single ad. Check it out. For example, if we do the carousel ad, look at it right here. You can see that it starts populating the items dynamically. You don't have to select creative. You don't have to put your own images in there. It just populates them. So you can write a text like this, something like this. Okay, so just an example, right? Just a quick snap in 1 second copywriting here. I'm usually going to do a better job at this, but just to give you an idea on how simple it is. Dynamic ad. A couple of little things that you can do, for example, here. This is going more into building ads, but I wanted to give you a quick example so you guys can actually start running this if you're ready to roll already, you're desperate to start running some ads. Okay, so you can see right here, there's a little checkbox right here. It's really cool stuff because when you select this option right here that says add an overlay to images, look at what can happen right here. When you go to price right here and you can select different options, look what happens to the ad on the right side. It changes the appearance to like actually give something that is like, for example, if I do a price, it will tell me something like, this is a price that they're pulling from the catalog, $15. Check that out, right? I can actually scroll through it so I can show you guys a little bit more how now all the different ads are going to be showing the prices on it, as you can see right here. Okay, let me go through the desktop newsfeed option, and now you can scroll through it. Look at that. $29.95, $19.95, $19. If I do a discount, guys, that can also show up in there. Okay, so now you can start running these ads just like that. Now, again, the other things, don't worry about them right now. There's something called a deep link right here. You don't have to worry about figuring that out and putting something in there. That could be made blank. But that basically means that, just so you don't have any misunderstandings, when you have a catalog product that is part of the catalog product, you can put your link right there, and when somebody clicks on it, they land directly on that product. That's what a deep link is. It's a link deep inside the actual shop. In this case, you can just leave it blank. No need to worry about that. So for example, on this one right here, let's say that we go back to the actual ad set level and we create a little offer right here. You see how it says offer? We can go ahead and create an offer, and we can create an offer that is like 10% off your purchase. Okay, you can add your own image in there. You can, and this one, like for example, you can say if it's online only, in store, if it has a code or no code or whatever it is. For example, if you want to do abandoned cart custom code, you can do something like code 128 or whatever it is. And then at that point, when somebody goes into your store, they enter the code, and you can be like, well, I noticed that you visited my shop. As simple as that, right? I want to offer you a 10% discount for you to complete your purchase now. This is just for 24 hours because we're trying to generate buzz for a particular line of products right now. Whatever you want to come up with. So you can just write the copy right here to be like, some people might consider this a little bit creepy. I actually like it because I'm a marketer. I can tell you for sure that it works. But for example, they're gonna wonder like, wait a second, how did this guy know that I actually added something to cart but didn't complete the purchase? Well, we have that data. So now you can actually bring them back with a 10% discount. Or, you know, one of the things that I actually do, I just run this nonstop, even without a discount. And guys, let me guarantee you something, it works. Something for you to start playing around with. If you have your own e-commerce shop, if you already have established traffic, it's huge, and it can be a game changer for your game, for your actual sales, because it does produce great ROI, great return on investment on what you're trying to accomplish, and it actually will continue to scale as you get better with traffic. As you get better with controlling your own traffic, these campaigns improve with time also. Also because Facebook is going to get to know better who are the people that are actually converting good on your site. I wanted to give you that brief introduction into the dynamic ads world. It's something that I pay a lot of attention to. I want you guys to pay attention to. On module 3, if you didn't do this already, there is a lesson in which I teach you guys how simple it is on Shopify to add your own product catalog on it. So go back and watch that one. If you have more of an advanced shopping cart, for example, Magento, you might need your developer to help you out with this, but it's not complicated. Once you add it in there, every single day it gets updated. So for example, if you add a new product, they're going to pull it in, and Facebook is going to have that data. If you change the price, Facebook is going to have that data. So you set it up so it gets automatically updated through the Magento or the Open Cart or whatever it is that you actually use or like to use.